I think it's a very safe place to live. And if you look at all the stats for violent crime, you'll see that Jonesboro stats are very low compared to other cities. And I feel very safe raising my family here.
Yeah, I do. You know, I've lived in a lot of other places. I think the crime rate is a lot lower than a lot of places. I feel safe going places. I feel safe where I live. I do.
Yes, I do. I come from a town in Arkansas that's much worse when it comes to like crime and murder and drugs and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, compared to West Helena, Arkansas, Jonesboro is pretty safe, if you ask me.
Well, you know, having worked here at KAIT, I've worked on obviously a lot of stories involving crime that has happened here, but crime happens everywhere in Northeast Arkansas, and I don't feel unsafe living here, but I always do, you know, I'm aware of my surroundings whenever I'm out and about.
Yeah, I do. I really do. I think Jonesboro is a safe community. It's kind of got that like little town but yet big town feel to it at the same time. But yeah, I think it's relatively safe. I guess I've lived in some bigger towns, so I've kind of seen a little more crime than I do in Jonesboro. But I mean, I think I can go about my day. I'm never worried that someone's going to attack me or anything. So I'd say Jonesboro is a pretty safe place.
I really do. I mean, crime rate is fairly low. You do not have a whole lot of violent crime. I grew up in South Nashville, so living in Jonesboro, it's much safer than where I grew up.
I do think it's pretty safe, but I wouldn't leave my doors unlocked on any streets. But that's more of a personal opinion. But I do feel comfortable walking down 90% of the streets.
I feel relatively safe here because, I mean, no matter where you go, there's going to be an element of danger to every city. You know, there for a minute, Memphis, Tennessee. You know, I was born there and everything. It was on the FBI's like #1 most violent cities in the country at one point. You know, so no matter where you go, you're going to have an element of danger. It's just where you look and, you know, how well you know the town and everything like that. You just need to know where it's all located, and if you don't want to deal with crime, then live where there's not that much crime in the town. Just do your research. That's all you got to do. But yeah, I mean, so going back to the initial question, yeah, I feel safe.
However, it is good to note Jonesboro's crime rate has basically been flat since 2008. I have reviewed Jonesboro's crime rate and compared it on a per capita basis to the national average crime rate for the past several years. Overall, Jonesboro has fared pretty well. The Jonesboro crime rate is only slightly higher than the national average for most years. The Jonesboro crime rate rose quite a bit in 2005 and 2006, but then went back down and stayed down since 2008. Actually, statistics show that for the period of 2008 through 2012, there was a drop in the number of robberies and aggravated assaults in Jonesboro. Currently, Jonesboro's population is approximately about 72,500. The projected population for Jonesboro by the year 2019 is 79,000. Although Jonesboro's population is increasing at a steady pace, Jonesboro still boasts one of the state's lowest crime rates per capita. Comparing Jonesboro to nearby urban areas and looking at the crime statistics for 2012, we realize this. 4 out of every 1,000 Jonesboro residents fell victim to a violent crime, while in Little Rock it was 13 out of every 1,000, and in Memphis it was 17 out of every 1,000. Jonesboro boasts a well-staffed police department. There's a total of 300 public safety officers, the police and the fire department personnel, employed by the City of Jonesboro. JPD is accredited through the Commission of Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies, and there are only 392 law enforcement agencies in the U.S. that have this accreditation.
If you look any of the crime stats, you'll see that violent crimes in Arkansas, So I'll try again. Do you need the question?
I go about my daily life and I'm never scared that I'm going to get attacked or anything. So I'd like to say Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Population of 20,000. They still have crime up there. We're going to have crime here. There's going to be crime in places fractions of the size to start that over.
Do you feel that Jonesboro, Arkansas is a safe place to live in?
I mean, I've done a lot of, yeah. You know, I've had to, Ryan, please stop.
I didn't say anything. I was wanting to listen to your answer.
No, you did not.
Okay.